Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and all others. Boudreaux here, or Steven if you prefer, and we are now in Noglond to do some Noglond quests. So anyway, we'll just start at the beginning, I guess.
At your service and your families.
We have Gisley, who we are bringing some food to. Not again. This is the third meal my father has sent me in as many days. When will he realize I'm a grown dwarf and not a child to be coddled and fretted over? You're not to blame. Thank you for the food. Maybe someday my father will realize I'm not the thin-bearded dwarf of 60 he remembers. It's kind of weird. I just saw a 50-year-old baby Yoda on the Mandalorian. So anyway, we'll pick our choice of food, finish out that quest. Okay, so anyway, Kettle the grocer.
Come and stay a moment.
Okay, he is offering us a level 7 quest called Clear the Roads. There was a time when our hunters kept the number of bears in check, but alas, the beasts have grown numerous in recent years. It's shameful, really, that we have let the wild overrun our paths. As long as we dwarves dwell here, the way should be safe. If you want to be of help, patrol north from Noglond to Hunter's Notch and clear out any beast you find. With your help, we will make the roads safe once again. So anyway, we'll get some armor that we can sell for that. Okay, so anyway, Olafur. Again, I'll buy a vowel. Okay, he's one of the dwarves that we're talking to for a new shine.
Met, friend.
I've been waiting for Bruni to come down. We expected him the other day, but as usual, he put us off again. I've got a dent in my armor, a hand and a half long. Excuse me. Excuse me again. Foxy Goblin would have cut me from my shoulder to belly if not for that hunk of metal. Okay, and you've also got another quest for us.
Traveler. Will you stay a moment?
I can't stay too long, but thank you for offering. Level 7 quest called Herding Cats. The lynx that roam the hills in the Vale of Thrain have become bold with hunger in recent months. There have even been reports of them attacking unwary travelers. I have the unwelcome task of dealing with these beasts, but there are too many for me to handle alone. Grimkel has ordered me to take care of the problem, but I could use your help. We must teach the beasts to fear the bite of metal again, and keep to four-legged game. Head to the north along the road back to Thorn's Hall. Look to the west side of the road near the thrush stones, and you will find lynx in great numbers. For that, we'll get some leggings that we can sell. Okay, and speaking of Grimkel,
Hear me out, traveler.
he has a level 7 quest called Cutting Cords. You there. I sent Viffle to cut a quarter cord of firewood for Noglond, but he hasn't come back. See if you can find him. Just follow the road to the west. There's a clearing out that way where we gather our wood. Be wary, though. Who knows what delayed Viffle? And I think we already ran into him, but we didn't have the quest yet, so we would have talked to him then if I'd have known about it. And here's Guider, the other dwarf.
Father, this is a sad day.
That we had to talk to for the new shine quest. Bruni's got someone else to do his errands for him again, huh? Very well. Here's my other armor. You might want to check with Olafur too. His armor was torn up bad a few days by a scuffle with some goblins. I've already got his, thank you. And you have another quest for us.
By my father, this is a sad day.
Actually, no, this is a continuation of the flow to Noglond. Has the water flow been restored? I should say not. It's just a trickle, really, when it should be a torrent. Okay, so we can choose between one of them. It doesn't really matter. We're going to sell it.
My tale is a grievous one indeed.
Okay, so anyway, we have a level 7 quest called Quenching a Thirst. The water has not been flowing down to Noglond for 7 days. I sent a message back to the halls, but I have not received a reply from the builders. I'm not about to send one of my boys to do builder's work, and I can't have them traipsing to the river every time we need water. Would you look into it? The canal runs all the way down the mountain from Thorn's Halls and to Gondaman below. The problem must be upriver from here. The above ground part of the canal, the place that must be blocked, is south and west of here. Just take the road south Take the road south to the bridge and look underneath it. Follow the canal all the way up to the big gate if you have to. Just find the problem. Okay, so I could use +8 vitality. Yeah, so I'll probably choose that one when we get there. And anyway, Hrothgar. Yeah, a lot of quests here.
Well met.
Okay, this is our mainline quest. Prologue, The Wisdom of the Thrushes. Welcome to Noglond, friend guardian. You might not know it, but this way station has a storied history nearly as rich as Thorn's Hall itself. I would be honored to tell you... Oh, I see. You're here on business from Dwalin? Well, you'll never find a truer Longbeard than our steward, and Thorn's halls are maintained with a dignity that befits our glorious... yes, your pardon. What was it you were wanting, friend? Of course. Nos came through here just a few hours ago. When he left, he mentioned heading to the Thrush Stones. Follow the road north back to Thorn's Hall, and it will turn sharply to the west. Continue to follow the road until it bends to the north again. Continue west from there, and you'll find the Thrush Stones. Okay, so with all of that done, let's see. I'll just sell off real quick.
Of what help may I be to you?
And yeah, repair my toolkit, which was not very damaged. But anyway, let's kind of take a look at my quests here. So Heirloom and Epic. Okay, we're going to keep that. See, a new shine, I'm just going to kind of... Yeah. Find Biffle, we'll keep that. Herding Cats, let's add that. And that will just kind of take off for now. So I'm only concentrating on 3 for now. Basically, I want to go ahead and head up to the Thrush Stones so that we can keep these quest lines going. Alright, and on the way, we might as well go ahead and talk to Biffle so that we can continue that quest line as well.
What do you need?
Well met. I was wondering when Grimkel would send someone. I was in the clearing cutting wood for Noglond when goblins fell on me from the shadows of the trees. I managed to kill 2 and wounded the last, enough to drive it off, but was wounded myself in the fight. The foul creature ran off to the south. Tell Grimkel what happened and send help. Okay, so we will do that. But in the meantime, let's go to the Thrush Stones, and we'll kill some lynx and talk to Grimkel. And talk to Nos. And for the purposes of this video, and you probably tell it from the title that I'm going to give it, I plan on just concentrating on Noglond quests, and when we find ourselves getting to Gondorman, I'll probably just go ahead and cut off the video. So anyway, I think about here is where we need to turn, even though, let's see, we don't have a quest pointer because probably in the links area. But anyway, it says we're in the Thrush Stones. I see a quest ring in front of us, and that would be Nos. So let's go ahead and talk to him.
Well met.
You hear about the Dour Hands sneaking out of Thorn's Hall, aren't you? The Thrushes told me all about it, and I wrote it down to show Dwalin. Here, I'll give you my... Oh no, Lynx, quick. Help me fight them off. They're always hungry for thrushes. Okay. Okay, so we're kind of killing 2 cats with 1 stone. I know it's supposed to be birds, but... You have my thanks. Now take these notes and show them to Hrothgar. Anyway, you said before that showed them. Anyway, we have 4 more to kill, and while there's a whole bunch of them in this area, might as well go ahead and do it. Okay, so we're up to 8. And this will be the last one. Okay, so we'll jump back on our low horse and head back to Noglond. Go ahead and turn these 3 in. Okay, so
At your service and your families.
good work with those vicious cats. Perhaps now lone travelers will have less to fear in this land. Grimkel will be pleased for a change. Okay, so we'll take our leggings. Grimkel, are you pleased? Or Grimkel?
By Turin's beard!
Doesn't sound like it. Goblins here in the Vale of Thrain? Nay, that's not likely. Surely not.
Will you stop and hear my accursed tale?
Anyway, let's go ahead and see. Our virtue cap is reached for the current virtue we have earning. So anyway, first we have been assigned Deeds of Heirloom, which is the meta deed for this region. We've completed all the quests that we need to in this area. Of course, we're going to keep going, completionist and stuff. We also have to complete Explorer and Slayer. So we've been given 15 LOTRO points. Let's see. Let's move this on to Honesty so we can start earning on that. And we just completed this to get our 15 LOTRO points. 30 marks, 4,000, virtue experience, and 700 reputation with Thorns Hall. Anyway, we've been given a level 7 quest, Hunting Goblins. I don't doubt Viffle made up his story of goblins after hitting himself with his own axe. Oh, you think he told the truth? Not likely, but if you're so sure he's met up with goblins, maybe you can go find them. The goblins of the Blue Mountains sometimes carry these little things. Fetishes, I think you might call them. Bring me one of their fetishes, and maybe I'll lend Viffle's tail my ear. So, you want me to find out what nasty sexual things that goblins are into and bring it to you? Okay, whatever. If you insist.
What do you want?
Anyway, Dwalin was right to count on Nos Grimsong and his friends among the thrushes. These notes confirm that the Dour Hands brought their stolen gold in secret down into the Thrala vein, but the thrushes insist that they did then return to their old stronghold in the mountains that border the Vale. I thought that old city was infested with goblins now. There were goblins in the Silver Deep as well, and the Dour Hands seemed to have passed untroubled. There's something strange going on here, Boudreaux, though you probably don't need me to tell you that.
Why'd you lend me an ear?
Okay, so anyway, prologue, the old Dour Hands city, quest level 9. The thrushes saw the Dour Hands carrying stolen gold into the old Dour Hands city to the west. That's very peculiar. You see, it has been infested with goblins for the past 2 years. I don't know why the dour hands would bring gold into a goblin-held city, even if they once called it home. Most peculiar. It reminds me of the tale of, I'm sorry. You want to head west to the old Dour Hand City and search it for the stolen Longbeard gold, I expect. It won't be easy, but I'll be waiting to hear of your exploits. Head west of Noglond and look for the stairs carved into the mountainside. And watch out for the goblins. Okay, so for that, +7 vitality or +5 agility. Junk. Okay. So, okay, this is all kind of junk too. Let's just eat some food for the hell of it. I can't do it while moving. What's that give us? Okay, some non-combat morale and power regen. Okay, like we need that.
How may I be of assistance?
Sell and repair, and I want to do bears. Kind of head up this way. And we can start killing bears. Okay, so that was all the bears I need. And one of the reasons I wanted to do this is so that we could get the next quest in this chain, which is Hinderval. Birds. Hindervale may be the proper plural for that. But then again, I've been known to mispronounce stuff, so... Okay, so, Kettle.
Well met.
Thank you for your help with the bears. Thanks to you, the road will be safe once more. So we'll choose the armor.
Will you stay and speak with me a moment?
Level 7 quest, A Feathered Nuisance. Hindervale have grown to alarming numbers over the past years, and now the roads from Thorns Hall all the way to Gondaman are unsafe. Boudreaux, if you would lend your aid once more and patrol the roads north and south from Noglond and hunt down any Hindervale you may find. Recent travelers, though, through our outpost, say they've seen large numbers of Hindervale across the river to the south. If you're looking for the source of their numbers, that's as likely to be it as not. Okay, so will or power, jump. Okay, so we have junk to sell.
What do you need?
Okay, so anyway, let's kind of take a look at our quests here. A new shine I'm not really worried about. Quenching the thirst. Second gear. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. I want to go ahead and get the goblin fetish one done. Okay, and we might as well go ahead and kill a bird while we're at it. Okay, which gives us one of our Slayer deeds. Defeat Hindervale and Heirloin. We need to defeat 20 of them for 5 LOTRO points. The title, Feather Foe, and 500 increased reputation with Thorns Hall. Okay, so anyway, happens to be a camp of goblins up there. Hopefully one of them will have this weird sexual thing that we need to get. And yes, one of them did. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn that one in. Green kale. Green kale.
This is unthinkable.
Just notice the accent above the I there, so I imagine it's green kale. What's this? Oh, I must beg your pardon. It seems you and Viffle were right. Let's see now. Goblins in the Vale.
Hear me out, traveler.
So quest level 7. Villains in the Vale. It's a small fellowship quest, but we'll be able to handle it solo, no problem. I think I know what's going on. There are some sprawling old ruins just southwest of here. I think the goblins have occupied those ruins. I'd be sorry to have to send a message up to Thorn's Hall or off to Gondomar for help. I guess I'd feel like Viffle must have. They would laugh and leave it lie. I wonder if you and some friends perhaps could deal with these goblins. If you could raid their camp in those ruins and defeat their chieftain, I wouldn't have to ask for help from elsewhere. I'd gather some allies, though. The camp is likely to be well guarded. Okay. And we get some boots for that, which we can sell. Okay, so before we do that, let's check out this waterway here. See, there's a bridge we can take over to where the Hindervale apparently are in numbers. But we find a bear. I'm guessing he placed all these thickets here. Okay, so we've gotten rid of the bear. Now we need to get rid of the thickets. 8 of them to be exact. Okay, so that objective is completed. So I'm going to work on getting on a horse and then swimming, or maybe trying to find some birds to kill. There's one. They go down fairly easy. We have 12 total. I believe this will be our third, if I'm not wrong. There we go. And heard the drums. I figured there was more combat to do, but yeah, there are also some goblins and lynx up here as well. You know, it probably isn't a bad idea to just go ahead and kill these guys because I think they're random pop. So it could be either a cat, a goblin, or a bird that pops up. So if you kill everything and you don't find all the birds, you can come back after the repop, and hopefully you'll have a better chance of having birds repop on you if you've killed everything you can. So anyway, after this we'll be halfway through. 6 of one, half dozen of the other. kind of digging cinnamon coke. Okay, there's a bird. Hey, birdie. Generally just kind of walk around and hit tab, yeah, most of you would be hitting tab. I hit backspace because I kind of reverse those keys, but hopefully by that you'll end up finding your birds, since they're not aggro. Usually I have a more difficulty finding these guys, so I'm kind of glad that it's easy. I'm not even going to bother killing that guy. Yeah, I want to be able to find them all before the repop. Come on, birdie, 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 birdie. Okay, well. On horseback and head back. I think we've gone far enough. If I don't find any on the way to the bridge, well, okay, come on. Well, apparently we're hitting a bit of lag. Yeah, I'll just catch the last one over by the goblins. There's usually a bird or two flying over there. And so I was right for once. Okay. Okay, so after I kill this guy, I need to go to the bathroom real bad. So hopefully this won't take too long. I'm going to throw up a BRB screen. And this seems like it's a fairly safe place to stop. So anyway, I'll see you in just a second. Thank you. Okay, so I'm back, and apparently this wasn't a safe place to stand, but no damage done. Okay, so I don't even think they took any hit points from me, and I don't even know how long they were hitting me for, so. Okay, apparently I'm caught in a web and can't move quite yet. Okay, so Hobbit present time. Plus 50 virtue XP and a simple rally horn. Since I'm kind of a soloer, here's what I think of the rally horn, but we will use some experience there. And here we go. And I'm just kind of curious. Let me just head over here. So anyway, Guardian's Ward, yep, reactive black, and retaliation. So pretty much those are the only things I'm working on right now. And yeah, evade's going to be a long time coming. But anyway, yeah, 2, 3, and 5. 2 is Guardian's Ward, 4 is, 3 is Shield Swipe, and 5 is Retaliation. Okay, now, let's see, let's clear this guy out of the way. Okay, now, we're in for a little bit of a tough fight, so what I'm going to actually start using for the very first time, I think, Take to Heart, well, other than showing you what it does. Yeah, okay. Now, take out the Dower Hamburglar with it. Okay, so anyway, not that tough of a fight. Anyway, we ended up picking up the Brigand Slayer deed. We need to kill 30 brigands in Air of the Ween. 5 LOTRO points, Defender of the Halls, and 500 increased rep with Thorns Hall. So anyway, that's even tougher than the Fellowship quest, which is to kill the Chieftain who's down here. So. Okay, so here's the chest that has the second gear. Okay, so we've finished that. We can turn it in. The only quest that we have anything to do on yet is to kill the Chieftain. There's also killed 12 goblins in there, but we've done that, so just waiting. Apparently, okay, well, I did have a webbing around me. It just went away. Ought to be very close to our goblin killing deed. Finishing it, I'm thinking. All the goblins we killed over near Dweeland and whatnot. Yeah, I'm not even going to bother using Take to Heart on this chieftain. Don't need to. He's a little bit tougher than your normal goblin, but you see, he's barely touching me. Okay, and apparently the chieftain's still yelling even after I've killed him. But anyway, curious. So anyway, Goblin Slayer Advance. I have 4 more to kill, so yeah. Considering I don't think there's anywhere else where we need to kill goblins, or we'll even run across goblins. Yeah, just killing goblins on the way out ought to get us that deed. And I see a player ahead of us. Probably a higher level player, being in that area. Let's see, yep. 120. Oh, I wasn't expecting that high. He's kind of curious about me too, apparently. Okay, so that's the so now we've been granted the Slayer Deed of Eredluine, so which is a meta deed for the individual Slayer deeds. So we brigands, Hindervale, spiders, and wolves. So I think the only one we still have to pick up is spiders. Here's our 10 LOTRO points, and this is the deed we just completed for 10 LOTRO points, 30 marks, 2,000 virtue, and 700 Eredluine experience. Okay, so just to kind of take a look. Okay, so yeah, we're getting close to maxing that one out too. Okay, so we're getting the passive benefits that we want. For our virtues, from our virtues. Okay, now before, let's get out of the way here real quick. Okay, I wanted to kind of look at our inventory because, okay, so I figured we would have gotten a max stack here. Max stack, and by the way, is 50, but we haven't quite gotten there yet. So all that stuff up there is actually junk. So we do a sell-off. Be good. So anyway, 4 of these we turn in here. The 5th gets turned in at Thorns Hall. Okay, so Kettle.
Greetings.
Thank you for helping keep the ways clear. If it's not too much to ask, please don't tell anyone that I need help. If you don't tell anyone I need help, that would be awesome. Anyway, will or power, who cares? Okay. Greenkel.
This is unthinkable.
Ah, good work. I'm sorry I ever doubted Viffle, but who would have known that goblins would actually dare to enter the Vale of Thrain? Okay, so we get our Greaves.
Hear me out, traveler.
And we have a quest, Goblins in the South. Quest level 7. It's unthinkable to think that these goblins managed to sneak into the Vale of Thrain under my very beard. Well, there's nothing to do about it, but prepare for the worst. I need you to take the fetish you found to Bali, the captain of the guard, and guide him into the east. He must know of the goblins' incursion from the valley into the Vale of Thrain. I've no doubt there is a sign of this is a sign of a larger threat. Okay, so we'll have our choice of Athalis or Celebrant. And by the way, yes, there is one more quest where I think we need to worry about goblins. So I did lie, and I apologize.
I am beset by mystery.
Done already? Good work. We could use someone like you on the guard. Better than these layabouts. Can I interest you in signing up? Oh, the pay's not that good, and you'll find yourself in some cold, out-of-the-way posts like this, but it's a living. No? Well, I thought not. Oh well, thanks for your work anyway. So, yeah, I wanted to get that do I want to get that vitality, or do I want to do the strength? So let's take a look here. Yeah, my might's still kind of suffering. Yeah, let's get the vitality anyway.
Might you lend an ear to a dwarf in need?
Okay. So, that's the one I want to take off. Equip that. Okay. Okay, on to Gondomar. Quest level 9. The canal water is used down in Gondomar to the lowlands as well as here in the Vale of Thrain. You should go down there and make sure they know we removed the blockage up here. Travel down the road to the east, then turn south at the first crossing, and Gondomar will be right there. You will want to talk to old Octel. Their cisterns must be nearly dry down there, with the blockage as bad as it was. Okay. And Hrothgar for the mainline quest.
What do you need?
Well done, Boudreaux. Well done indeed. I will deliver this gold to Dwalin at Thorn's Halls, but it sounds to me like you have a more urgent errand to undertake. So, agility or vitality? We already have vitality.
Why do you lend me an ear?
So we've been given the level 9 quest, mainline quest, Prologue, Gondomar and the Lowlands. That Dowerhand burglar said that his folk paid the goblins to steal a prince. I don't know what this means, but it can't be good. Matthew Stouthand became the chief of Gondomar, the great watch post of the Lowlands, shortly after the Dowerhands were driven from Thorn's Hall. If there's a war brewing, Matthew needs to be warned so he can begin the preparations. Follow the road east to Gondomar. There I expect you'll find Matthew on the upper levels. Travel with great haste, Boudreaux. I would quicken your feet with a tale of great deeds, but I see there is no time to spare. Okay, so for that we'll get a cloak that's not as good as ours. So are we through here? I'm kind of thinking yes. So anyway, we can do a sell-off.
Did you need something?
I need you to buy this stuff, please. And repair this stuff, please. Thank you. Now we'll use... I want to go ahead and turn in the gear quest while I'm at it. Yeah, we're good on our quests here. Okay, so this puts us very near Bavor.
Well met, friend.
Hi, this is it. Wait, does this actually fit anywhere? How about here? I'll work it out eventually. For now, we must find the other gears. So we have 300 rep for that.
Come and stay a moment, friend.
And have been given a level 12 quest, the third gear. I'm not sure yet how the second gear fits into this contraption, but that's not your concern. I need you to get out there and find that third gear. The third missing gear was placed in a chest hidden in Emin Huth, the old barrows of the Edain in the Hoth Lyn, northeast of Gondomar. I'm not sure exactly where it is, but it's said to be in the ruins of an ancient crypt. Be wary though, I heard rumor that Barrow Whites roam those lands. So not only will we get 500 rep, which is actually an increase over the 300 we got for the last two quests, we have a choice between boots or a weapon. So anyway, the weapon is more expensive. We'll get it so that we can sell it. So with that, we'll kind of get our way on. Well, actually, no, I want to do crafting, don't I? There's a crafting quest to turn in, isn't there? So let's pull that up. I'm glad I thought of that. We need to craft bronze leggings. So let's do that, and then we'll go to Gondaman. So we've been at, what, 45 minutes? Okay, so actually, I think we made good time on this. So, okay, so with apprentice, let's see. Well, hold on. I need to visit a supplier because we need to pick up 10 so we can make bronze. Duh. Okay, so I have 6. That'll make 3. Maybe I should have made more. Anyway.
At your service and your families.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Might be a bit much, but if it is, whatever. They're cheap enough. They're only 40 copper a piece. It's not like I'm gonna die if I spend an extra 120 copper or silver and 20 copper. Okay, so yeah, I think we did pick up too much. Better too much than too little. I don't want to make that trip again. So anyway, that should give us at least 6 bronze ingots. So level 7 bronze leggings. So we got 3 chances not to crit. And of course we critted. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. Really? So I tell you that story about critting 3 times in a row and I'm about to do it? Okay, good. That one made it. Okay, so we were going to head to the stable master anyway so that we could get to Gondaman, and he doesn't happen to be very far from the stable master, just a few steps away. I know technically this was a Gondaman quest, but since I'd already gotten to Noglond, did those quests first, and now we'll turn it in.
Greetings.
This will do very well, Boudreaux. I don't understand how mine could have turned out so differently, because these seem easy enough to make. I just don't understand. Here are the coins and materials I promised. Take them with my thanks. So we'll take the leathers, and I'll actually keep the leathers. Okay. And let's see. Yeah, we'll trash the ingots. We don't really need the ingots or the 10 ingots. And you know what? And at least start the next quest with an empty backpack.
I am at your service.
So there's no repairing to do. So let's ride the Gondaman and end the video.
What do you need?
And I believe we'll actually finish a deed, the places of the dwarves, or the ruins of the dwarves or something. And it will probably also bring up the meta deed for exploring. So that's Gondaman. And as predicted, pick up a stable master. Just
Greetings, traveler.
and you know what? I'm not going to grab the milestone. I'll leave it over at Thorn's Hall. Anyway, we've been given 5 LOTRO points. This is our meta deed. We need to explore Dowerhand strongholds, Elf ruins, which we have 4 of 5, I believe, already, and Rath Tereg, which is to our south, I believe. Okay, so we've reached the virtue cap for honesty. So let's start on valor, so that we can get our passive physical mastery and tactical mastery up. And there's the deed we just completed for 5 LOTRO points, 30 marks, 2,000 virtue experience, and 500 rep with Erluine. Okay, so anyway, thank you for watching. I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.